My one buddy is like a big camera. So he'll buy a oh
I
yeah.
think so, yeah. There he is. Heck, man. Cool.
This is the homepage, the new homepage. So, get rid of all the blogs, man. He doesn't need any introduction. So let me just bring him up. Christian Rosario.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for being down here, you guys. And we just came through Los Angeles, man, in that traffic, which is brutal. Being here with you guys is just an amazing situation. But anyway, this is the new Btvi3, you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and just pass it around. Go ahead and feel it, touch it, love it, kiss it. Look like a back pocket. Okay. Cool. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over some of the new features of the BTV, some of the things that we're going to add on here. I think we're still online, Jake, right? Are we still online? Oh, okay.
Yes, we are.
All right. Cool. So let me just grab onto this. And later on, I'm going to go and pass this around again, you guys, so you can kind of take a look at it. But, you know, we really re-engineered this product. As you can see, it's aluminum casing at the bottom. And also, we have our design printed right here, embedded onto this device, so which makes it very unique. So when people are looking online, you can never find a duplicate. It's all unique to us. This is something that's really cool. So let's give this a round of applause. For the first time, can you show hands? I mean, you know, who's here taking a look at our company for the first time? All right, cool. Let's give them a round of applause. Santa? Okay, you some more? Okay. What's that? Aloha. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I got all my friends are from Samoa, man. I grew up in Carson, so you know where Carson's at. But anyway, for those that are here for the first time, I just want to completely just say thank you and for being here. This is our office. Obviously, we're going to outgrow this in a short period of time. There's other office space here that we can move into. So I aspire to grow into those offices. But this is going to work well right now as a training facility and really kind of grow the business. My job here tonight is kind of going over the BTV. A little bit about myself, so I'm complete strangers. My name is Christian Rosario. I am the CEO here. That's my wife here at the back. You know, yeah, what are you doing? Okay. Anyway, I've been in this industry for 20 years, believe it or not. I was 19 years old when I got introduced to this profession of networking, and my good fortune came in the form of a page. Back in 1997, you guys probably never seen a pager before, right? Probably in a museum somewhere, but anyway, I got a page from one of my good friends saying, call me back, I gotta show you something. I met some very successful people, come out, check this thing out. And I was just so negative, I didn't even want to even talk to her, man. She called me every single day, but it took me about 2 weeks for me to come out, check out an opportunity. And I was working at Cinnabon at the time. You guys know where Cinnabon is? You guys ever heard of Cinnabon? I was making cinnamon rolls, man. It's crazy because I was Cinnabon. And that's my title, man. I got really creative with my title. You know, when I used to go out and party and meet some girls, obviously you're 19, the first thing that they ask you is what?
Where you work?
What do you do, right? And I got really creative with my title. I'm like, well, I make dough. What's up, you know? But I didn't know I worked at Cinnabon. Right away, I was working at Cinnabon. My friend called me up, came out to an opportunity just like this, over here off Jamboree in Maine. And it was a telephone company. And at that time, you know, telephone was huge, right? It was getting into the market, and we made a ton of money. Needless to say, the friends that I met that first time, I was sitting in the back of the room. I didn't even want to pay attention. I was so negative, man. I was like, man, what the heck is going on? What's this? I even located the exit signs. I'm like, I'm going to take off. People were clapping. I thought I was at church. I thought I got bamboozled to go function because, I was kind of bad growing up, right? So when my friend told me come down, check this thing out, there was 400 people in the room. I didn't know what to expect. But the person in front that was doing the speech really made sense. He said something like this. He said, if you want to live on top of the hill, don't ask your neighbor at the bottom of the hill for advice. And that kind of stuck to me. I'm like, man, that's true, right? If I want to get to a certain level in my life, I got to be around the right people. I got to be around the people that's really been there, right? So they can teach me. And he said this, he said, negative people have negative bank accounts. You guys heard that? I'm like, I'm broke. I'm negative, right? So I was in the back of the room, and I was prejudging everybody that's on stage until this guy, this 19-year-old kid, his name is Timothy Herr. He's still a good friend of mine. He's still making over $1 million a year, and he taught me a lot that day. And, long story longer, I said, man, if this makes sense, I want to get involved, and that's the profession that we're in. That's the profession that I know, which is networking. We're going to get into that here in a little bit. But a year ago, I got introduced to this wonderful technology of streaming media. You guys ever heard of YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah. You guys ever heard of Hulu?
Yes.
Netflix?
Yes.
So if you guys been on those platforms, you've done streaming already. You see that? So what's cool about this is that it's something that's not foreign. This is something that people now are starting to understand. This is a paradigm shift. Who here has a cable bill? Yeah, who loves their cable bill? Nobody, right? Everybody hates their cable bill. Everybody wants to get rid of their cable bill. See, something about cable is that it's a luxury for some people, right? See, where I grew up in Carson, that was a luxury. We couldn't afford cable. I remember my dad telling me to go down the street because I'm a big Mike Tyson fan. And I remember my dad telling me, go down the street, go look in people's windows and see if they have the fight on and see if we can watch it. Could you imagine that? Me going down the street and I'm like, oh my God, the Mike Tyson fight. I'm here knocking his hands with neighbor across the street. Could we watch the fight? That's how it was. I mean, we wanted to get our entertainment, but in those inner city places, guess what? Sometimes we can't afford the luxury of cable. Nowadays, this is hiking up the prices, right? I used to pay $300 a month on my cable. How many of you guys can relate? I'm a big UFC fan. There's 2 UFC fights a month that you pay for. $60 pay-per-view. That's $120. On top of that, I got my regular premium channels that I want to watch. I mean, I'm spending a lot of money on entertainment, right? And entertainment's never going to go away. It's not going to go out of style. Would you guys agree? Yes. When times are bad, you guys go look for what? Entertainment. Something to entertain you. When times are good, guess what? You got to go look for what? More entertainment. It's not going to go away. So I said, well, people are going to be using this and people are going to be paying it no matter what. What if we could come into their homes and save them some money? How would you guys like that? Okay, so that's what we did here with the Btvi. So what we're going to do later on is I'm going to introduce you our CTO, our Chief Technical Officer, who's here all the way from China, you guys. And he's over there back there. James is getting ready to set up, Our partners from China came up with this whole solution. So we're not only a marketing company, but we're a full-blown what we call technologies company. Okay, that means that we're developing our own technology, we're developing our own software, we're developing our own hardware, everything that we have, we own. Okay, I want you guys to keep that in mind and embed that into your head that we are not going out there searching vendors to help us out. Does that make sense? We are our own company. This is something, if you guys have a great idea, if this is something that's hot, that's out there, we can develop it, we could go out there and make it happen. Does that make sense? Okay, so obviously, as the technology starts to get better, we're always going to be at the head of the curve. Why? Because we have a team of people, over 25 people, that are engineers and developers that are working with us on the assembly of everything that we bring into the team. Does that make sense? So if you're talking about Bluetooth, one thing that you want to write on your notes is that our company is a solid Bluetooth. We are licensed with Bluetooth to create Bluetooth devices that's going to be compatible to any of the hardware that we design and create. Does that make sense? You heard of the FCC, right? We're also licensed with the FCC. We are, through our factories, guess what? We are flying colors. I mean, we pass with flying colors with our devices. Does that make sense? So everything that you're going to see is all Legacy Direct. Okay? When you plug in your Btvi media player, it comes with an HDMI cord, it comes with a power cord. That's it. Okay, and your remote control. When you plug it in, what you want to do first is you want to get to your settings. Okay? Once you get to your settings, you go into your network. Once it's connected, whether it's Ethernet or Wi-Fi, it'll tell you if it's connected or not. Does that make sense? So once it's connected, guess what? You guys are going to have so much fun. Because this is what's going to happen, you guys. On the remote control, you see that little V right here? On the remote control? So what's going to happen is that you're going to click that V, and it's going to go right into the Btvi media player. I want something that's simple, easy to use. I don't want to be able to click 10 different things for me to get to where I want to go. I want it to be a one-click deal. Okay? I want it to be able to, whereby my son, who's 6 years old, could operate this, or a 96-year-old could operate this. That's the demographics. Does that make sense? So here's the technology. The technology is, this is something brand new. So people are scared of new things. Would you guys agree? You've been so programmed every single day to point, click, but the networks are telling you when to watch, how to watch it, the time to watch it, but now we're changing the paradigm. The paradigm is now you have the opportunity, you have the control in your hands. Everything is going to be what we call video on demand, okay? So it's all you can eat buffet on your entertainment. Could you imagine that? Relax buffet. I just came back from Vegas, man. That's all I did is eat. So guess what? You can eat as much content as you want for free. That's amazing. I like that. Sorry about the heat, you guys. We told the engineer, hey, we're going to have a bunch of people here. All the VIPs are going to be in town. And we want to get the thing back in. But it's just, we're just on fire. Would you guys agree with us? I'm sorry about that. But next time I'll make sure that we will have that on. But anyway, we'll just go ahead and just push through here so that we're not here all night. You'll see the Btvi exclusives. We'll get into that here in a little bit. The Bvision. The Bvision is going to be our, what we call our network. Okay, you guys heard of like Time Warner. You guys heard of the Dish Network. So what we're going to have is we're going to have the Bvision network. Okay, so it's not just going to be a national kind of thing. It's going to be a global type of a network. Okay, so we already have contacts all over the world. People that want to put their content on here. Let me go ahead and just kind of backpedal here a little bit, and let me kind of share with you what our good friend John Sally said about the Bvision. So let me just play this thing. Let this work. There you go. We got John. You guys ever heard of John Sally?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's a Spartan. He won 4 basketball championship rings
That's huge.
with 3 different ball clubs.
Wow.
Right? He won 2 with the Detroit Pistons when he played with Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, they don't like that Troy fan right there. And he got 1 also with the Bulls when he played with Michael Jordan. He also got 1 with the Lakers when he played with Kobe now. So he was here today, and we're going to be doing some filming. This is just one of the many things that's happening right now. So let's just him talk about. Let's give it up to George and the production crew putting this thing together, guys. So this is called The Web. This is going to be his series that's going to be exclusive on the Btvi.
Hey, John Sally here, and right here on Btvi, The Web. I got involved with multi-level marketing back when I was 16 years old. My mom got Amway. The last ones I finished with was Snapchat with my great friend Btvi3. Multi-level marketing is definitely the way to go.
Sorry about that.
I realized that with Spotify,
This is just
Tidal, they were direct. So
a taste.
something that's been going on, but they made MLM seem like a bad thing, right? But everybody is doing it direct to consumer. I think this is a great idea. I've sold the lotions and potions and dinners. This is something that I use. So not only did I buy one for myself, then I decided to get involved because I realized how many more I can sell direct to everybody I come